Oh no, free speech is over. Mike Majlak is having a mental crisis on Twitter. Holy shit. Guys, Mike Majlak, the #2 Matrix agent on the #1 Matrix podcast, is having a mental, I'm not even gonna call it a crisis, like it's beyond a breakdown. It is a crisis. It is a, his brain is melting that he cannot control the speech of other people. In the last 24 hours, he has absolutely lost his mind, and in an extremely archetypally fulfilling way, it is at the hands of Andrew Tate. He commented underneath a post that Andrew Tate made. He obviously got absolutely endlessly obliterated, as he has blatantly lied about Andrew Tate in the past, slandered him, and is now facing the consequences of slandering Andrew Tate. And now he's having a breakdown. He's posting like 100, he's replying to random people with like 100 different replies. We should analyze this because this is exactly how enraged they are that they cannot control what you think and say. They wanted you to believe that Andrew Tate was a bad person with no evidence whatsoever. They wanted you to believe that self-actualization and resisting the slave mind and not believing the Matrix lies and endless propaganda. With the endless bald-faced lies he told about Andrew Tate to the disgusting and repeated displays we see on Impulsive, where he, Logan, and the guests lament about free speech and the old days where we used to have censorship and be able to control what people were able to post and say. I'm going to take you through a lot of what he's saying here. This is some crazy stuff. A person says free speech, take what you want and discard the rest. And he responds, that's too much responsibility for the average human, admitting, coming out officially, that he is against free speech. Mike Majlak is against free speech, guys. He hates free speech because he can't control what you think and say. He thinks that him and his party and the Matrix should be able to control what you think and say. And if you disagree, if you dare to think for yourself, then you should be cast out. You should be removed. You shouldn't deserve to exist in the same way that he does. By the way, they call themselves inclusive and compassionate, but they just don't want you to exist. In the comments under this post, and I think he's commented over 100 times. It's insane. He is truly disheveled at the hands of Andrew Tate. But in the comments, he is crying that people are believing in what he calls conspiracy theories, unapproved narratives about reality, unapproved narratives by the media, propaganda machine, and the government about reality and what's going on. He says here he doesn't want to believe that they're actually humans. You need to believe them when they say they don't look at you as human, guys. This is crazy. Oh, this comment's good. You're not that smart, dude. Leave discussion to these people. Stick to sucking up to Mark Cuban. That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did, and I made a video about it. They spent 15 to 20 minutes complaining about free speech with Mark Cuban. It was the most pathetic beta shit you've ever seen. But that's who they are. They hate free speech. They hate that you can judge them, that you can see them as the frauds and liars that they are. They're not good people as a result of adhering to Marxism. They can't stand it. They can't control the narrative. You're literally witnessing leftist tears right now. Do you realize that they were happy in a state of censorship? It's just insanity right in front of our eyes when people disagree with what I tell them to think. So pathetic, man. He's losing his mind from everything from World War II to 9/11 to Gaza and Israel. These people only want you to be able to have access to a tiny sliver of the narrative. That's how you know they're intellectually weak. He's trying to attack people for disagreeing with him in a very, very pathetic fashion, of course, because he's low IQ and not mentally capable. But he's trying to attack people while admitting he thinks you should only be exposed to the approved narratives, to the approved propaganda. Everyone should watch CNN. Obey, obey. This is the reason why they lied and slandered Andrew Tate. They have a narrative. They have an agenda. They want to lie to you on purpose. And these Matrix agents not only have vested interest in keeping you enslaved, but they're threatened by you waking up personally, because if you wake up, you see them as frauds, and that's humiliating to them. That's embarrassing. Nothing is more embarrassing to a radical leftist who believes they have garnered counterfeit moral virtue as a result of adhering to their ideology, and then you saying, wait a second, you're actually not a good person, because look, you're saying you want to protect democracy by removing your opposition from the ballot. Wait a second, you want to demonize any person who disagrees with you, and you call yourself inclusive and compassionate. When you see them as frauds, they disintegrate. Do you guys understand that this guy is crying right now? This guy, what a clown, what a joke. This guy is crying that you can think for yourself, that you no longer get your information. Think about how absurd that is. What an absurdity to think that you get quality information and understanding from this Matrix podcast in the first place. But he's upset, bro. He's angry that you can think for yourself, oh my God, Andrew Tate's a bad person. He's dangerous and evil. Meanwhile, you're having a mental breakdown under his post after your previous best friend from the podcast left your podcast because you mistreated him and went and brought Andrew Tate candies. Reality is an interesting way of educating the freak shows, doesn't it? Well, guess what? Actions have consequences, and no one takes you seriously. You are a clown. There was a post that he said where he looked at people that disagreed with him as subhumans or non-humans with legs, and I want to find that post so I can show it to you guys. I like to believe that they're not humans. Free speech is too much responsibility for the average human. I mean, think of how evil of a statement that is. I mean, think about how thoroughly Jordan Peterson just destroys this with any one of his numerous lectures on what free speech actually is. Then you realize how ignorant these people are, and co-jointly how evil they are as well. Look at this, mentally breaking down, unable in 2024 to accept that the vaccines have had side effects. This is what a broken mind looks like. This is what a destroyed and humiliated man does. You're seeing it in front of you. He's having a breakdown that people don't listen to him, that people don't believe him, that people have rejected the lies that they tried so desperately to purport on the masses that watch his Matrix podcast. I mean, look at this. He's saying, name some conspiracies that became fact underneath a guy that says all these conspiracy theories that you're claiming are conspiracy theories become true in 3 to 9 months. And he's making a statement saying, name one. That's how disconnected from reality he is. Oh, I don't know. How about the Hunter Biden laptop, which the media said was fake and actually turned out to be real? What about the Wuhan virus? What about the Wuhan lab leak that they said was fake and turned out to be real? The list goes on and on. I'm not going to spend 15 minutes here listing every single one because there are literally hundreds. But this statement alone shows you how dedicated to the opposite of truth he is. And this is why you see him melting down. This is why you see him crying. He's losing influence, guys. This is what losing influence, losing control looks like. They can't control the narrative. Elon Musk took away their ability to censor you. Look at this guy desperately trying to repeat the mainstream narratives. Please believe me without evidence. I can't make an argument. I said that Andrew Tate was evil when he was helping young boys make money. Oh, here it is. Here it is. These people aren't even humans. They're waste products with legs. Bro, look at this. Okay, holy shit. This is crazy. This is crazy, guys. They don't look at you as human if you disagree with them. I want you to understand this right now. They don't look at you as human if you disagree with them. This is the way he's always felt. This is the way they always look at you. When you resist them, when you disagree, when you say, I don't want to believe CNN, I'm not going to believe your propaganda network. What a pathetic freak. This guy's career is over. Andrew Tate finished him.